Increasing my focus was one of the most dramatic changes I made to my life. Now I can listen to every word someone says and actually understand it and focus on what he's saying. I can now work in the zone, in the exercise zone you get when you have the best workouts in the gym. In this state for hours, like a warrior. I can now work, learn, train, even just hold a conversation. So much more efficient than before. But it was different back then. Let's just start at the beginning. I sat there with brain fog. The man in front of us already told us again about this boring ass topic nobody cared about. Just smiling and pretending to listen to him was already hard enough. And now, the same game started again. Try not to fall asleep. Try not to fall asleep. No, no, don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. No, don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep. And so, that was enough for the day. Have a good break. Finally, it ended. This was just a normal day at school for me. Not being able to focus destroyed my perception of life completely. Imagine talking, reading, listening. No matter what you're doing, you have constant negative thoughts. It's like a permanent headache. This was the norm for me every single day until I started doing the first habit, and it was eating at the right time. Every gym goer knows this. More meals equals more gains. I think this is pretty common knowledge. So all those bodybuilders eat like 5 meals a day. But interval fasting changed it all for me. All those millionaires and all those really smart people do that now. So interval fasting is basically delaying the times you eat. Instead of eating like 4 meals a day, you just skip one meal and get the calories in just later. So for example, instead of eating breakfast at 7 a.m. in the morning, just skip it and eat more at your lunchtime or at your dinner time. And I know exactly. Your limiting belief might be now, but I need to eat more meals. I need to eat more meals because I want to build muscle. And to be honest here, I know pro bodybuilders who do this, who are jacked as fuck. So I don't think that it's too bad for your gains. Actually, when I started interval fasting, I saw way better results because I had way less stress throughout the day, way more focus, and way better sleep, which resulted in better gains. I also was way more motivated to train because I was now able to focus and wasn't stressed out all day. I remember when I ate 5 meals a day, I was so bloated, I was so disfocused, I had constant brain fog. But when I started interval fasting, I was finally able to have a free head, now being able to focus on just simple things. If you're concerned about building muscle, I recommend still eating in the early part of the day. So like fasting for 3 hours in the morning and then eating your first meal to get some protein in. This is how I do it. And the like 5% of gains you lose from that, you will get back again because it also improves your sleep, focus, mood. I think it's totally worth it. So basically, if you have an empty stomach, this results in an empty mind. So the actual step for this part of the video is, tomorrow, you don't eat anything in the morning for 1 hour. I think like coffee would be allowed, water, tea, but nothing with any calories. And in this time, you do something smart like reading or working or journaling or meditation or going for a walk. Some healthy habit for you. Then see how much more focused you are in this. Imagine Bill Gates working and suddenly his phone rings. Hello? Who's there? Hello? Elon! What's up? Something like that would never happen because his phone is turned off. I know that because you just can't work properly. You can't build a billion or even just a $1 million business when you can't work properly. And it sounds so simple, it sounds so stupid, but you are an idiot if you have your phone turned on when you're trying to work or do literally anything in your life. Imagine what just records video. Well, wait. Hello? Like a total idiot. I would lose all my focus for my work for the work I'm trying to put in here. When you lose your focus because you switch your tasks, it takes 20 minutes until you get back your focus. I swear to you, the work you do in one day, there are people out there who have the same knowledge as you, the same experience. They can just do it in 1 hour because they don't get distracted. The work you do in 1 week, they do in one day. I see it so often in the gym. All my gym bros do a set, don't even push for failure, then take their phone out and right. Or the classic is scrolling on TikTok, looking at some fitness influencers giving stupid advice. Calories in, calories out, some shit like that. Bro, I've become extreme with this. During my working hours, it's on do not disturb. So if there's any emergency, if like my mom needs help with something, if like some person I know is in danger, I would be still sitting here working and having no clue what they are doing. You know what's funny? You probably think now, oh, I can't do this. I'm such an important person. I can't turn my phone off, bro. Something like that had never happened. Bro, if you ask me, you're like a bitch if you have your phone turned on, getting messages all the time. Also see it so often on the street. I see it in the schools. Every time the phone makes a sound, they need to take it out, right back. At this point, if you don't turn your notifications off, this is just cringe, bro. Have you ever watched a Superman movie? You know, like Superman with the laser from the eyes, who's like muscular, who's like strong, healthy. The source of his power is the sun. So he heals when he gets sunlight on his skin, in his eyes. This is extremely important for his health, because the next habit you should get in is getting more sunlight. I was like a little goblin. I was like Gollum from Lord of the Rings, who lived in a cave. Only artificial lights. I had never got proper sunlight on my skin. And you probably heard like it's important for vitamin D, but you already supplemented. No, bro. Sunlight makes you awake. And when something makes you awake, it also makes you sleep better. So the reason why your sleep might be fucked, the reason why you don't feel well rested, is that you don't get proper sunlight, especially in the morning. And now your limiting belief might be, but I live in a country where there is no sun in the morning. I live in Scandinavia, I live in Antarctica, there isn't much sun. Yeah, nice excuse. Look. See this? See this? If you can get to the sun, just get the sun to you. Because this is like a lamp which is extremely bright. So bright that it mimics the function of sunlight. As it stands there, it feels like I have drunken coffee. You know, when you drink coffee and suddenly you're way more awake. The same effect you get from this lamp. And the cool part of this is when you use this lamp in the morning, you also sleep better at night. So you are way more rested, so you can work even better the next day and use that lamp again. If it's not necessary, if there's sun when you wake up, just use the sun. By the way, if the sun just shines through your window, this doesn't count. It's like way weaker if it shines through the window. When you are working or reading or doing anything where you need to focus on something, even if it's just listening, do exactly what I do right now. Take a point in your environment. It could be just the tip of your finger and stare at it like a psychopath. Stare at it like a cat stares at a mouse. And you will notice if you do this for a few seconds, you're way more focused. I kind of feel like it's hard to describe, like a feeling of power when I do this. Or like take a pen or just stare at some point in your environment. Could be your PC, could be like Could be literally anything. This basically activates your focus. I often use it when I write the scripts for those videos here. I write and get distracted by some sound or by some thought, but then I just stare at the letter I'm currently writing for a few seconds. And this just gets me back to the work. Imagine how amazing it feels. Being able to listen to every sound in your environment, having no negative intrusive thoughts in your mind just because you change those little things. And when you close your eyes, there's nothing left. No intrusive thoughts, just stillness. This might sound a little bit scary, but I can promise you it feels amazing. By the way, I wanted to mention, if you have any questions, or if you don't understand something I mentioned in the video here, or if you just need some support in your self-improvement journey, I now do coaching calls. You don't even need to worry about the price because they are free. First link in the description. Before this video is getting any longer, work smarter and harder.